Ang objective ng Lesson 10 matapos talakayin ng lahat ay dapat nakikita na natin kung paano ang pananaw ng isang tao ay nakakaapekto sa sarili nating pananaw maging sa iba. Kung paano nila ipakita ang paraan ng pamumuno nila at kung paano nila ito na i-apply sa iba't ibang sitwasyon. Ang salitang politics ay mula sa salitang Griego na politika at ang ibig sabihin ay affairs of the cities. Ang politics daw ay isang proseso kung saan ang priority ng decision making ay para sa lahat ng nasasakupan nito. It is the ability to govern and control over a group of people on a community, state, or nation. At ang kakayanan daw ng isang tao na mahuhusay na makaimpluwensya sa pananaw ng iba ay isang mahalagang katangian of one's political self. So we have two types of social influence, the normative influence and the informational influence. Normative influence is motivated by the desire to be liked by the group. The behaviors more likely to match the group norm. Informational influence is motivated by the desire to be factually correct. Behaviors match the information available. So yung normative influence, sinusubukang baguhin yung paniniwala at kilos nila hindi para maging tama, kundi para magustuhan at tanggapin ng mga tao sa paligid niya. Example nito, madalas ay ang peer pressure. Halimbawa ay ikaw lang ang hindi naninigarilyo sa isang grupo na hindi ka pa naman totally fit in. Pero dahil naninigarilyo sila, ay naninigarilyo ka na din para tanggapin ka nila at maging katropa o mag-fit in ka sa kanila. Yung informational influence naman, na-impluwensya ng kanilang paniniwala maging ang kilos dahil sa acceptable information or based on facts. Binabago nila ang paniniwala at kilos nila para maging tama na nanaayon sa factual information. Example nito, kasama mo ang mga kaibigan mo sa isang mamahaling restaurant at first time mo sa ganong kainan. Pero yung mga kaibigan mo, maraming beses na nakakain dito, kaya sanay na sila. Hindi ka aware about the proper etiquette, so ang gagawin mo ay kikilos ka ayon sa nakikita mong kilos ng mga kaibigan mo. Dahil i-assume mo na iyon ang tama.
So good morning everyone, I'm Christine Duinog and I'm going to talk about leadership. An important aspect of politics is the capacity to influence and lead a group of people, and that is leadership. Leadership is a process by which certain group members motivate and guide a group. So the leaders are the ones who set direction and build an inspiring vision to influence or guide the whole group or organization to the right way. Leaders are formally appointed or selected by the group members. It can be exercised in a small group like family, classroom, school organizations, and may also be observed in a larger scale like government and international affairs. For you to become an effective leader, it is very important to have leadership characteristics or leadership skills. Because leaders have the authority and capability to monitor and guide the members to achieve the goals towards the vision and mission of the organization. The leaders has the power to make decisions that should benefit the members as well as the organization. Studies reveal that effective leaders are consistently stick to their goals, have the self-confident charisma that influences their followers, have the ability to communicate in clear and simple language, and have enough optimism and faith in their group to inspire them to follow. The human psyche is a political psyche. In everyday life, people need to adjust not only to themselves but to their world. The forces in the environment that creates pressure, ideas, and interests. This leads to an interdependent and interactive nature of one's psyche. The political behavior in general is not something separate from other forms of human relationship. So, bakit nga ba ang human psyche sa political psyche? Kapag gumagawa tayo ng desisyon at aksyon, tinitignan natin, inaalam natin yung maaaring maging epekto na ito hindi lang sa sarili natin, kundi pati na rin sa ibang tao. Ganon din sa politics. Kanilang pinag-aaralan ng mabuti ang isang desisyon kung ano ang magiging epekto or pagbabagong magaganap sa buhay ng maraming tao. So bakit nga ba hindi naiiba ang political behavior sa other forms of human relationship? Ang mga politicians, pinapakita nila kung ano yung mabuti sa kanila or yung mga tamang ginagawa nila. Ganon din tayo sa ibang tao. Pinapakita natin yung good sides natin upang hindi natin masira yung trust na ibinigay sa atin. We need that trust in order to maintain the strong bond or strong relationship we had with others.
Our next topic is about leadership style. Leadership style is a pattern of leadership behavior which is repeatedly shown as evident across a variety of situations. These are the classifications of leadership styles. First is the autocratic leadership. It is the leadership that is directive, non-participative, and domineering. Next is democratic leadership. It is the leadership that is participative, communicative, and egalitarian. Last classification is the laissez-faire leadership. It is the leadership that is considered hands-off, where few attempts are made to influence others. With regards to what leaders and followers offer to one another, the following are the leaders' descriptions. First is the transactional leaders. These are leaders who focus on the proper exchange of resources, who gives followers something in exchange for something the leader wants. Next is transformational leaders. These are leaders who focus on aligning the group or organizational goals with the followers' need and aspirations by developing an appealing vision. Last is the laissez-faire leaders. These are leaders who engage in non-leadership. That is, they avoid making decisions, hesitate in taking actions, and are often absent when needed.
Open Space Technology. Open Space Technology, or OST, is an approach to purpose-driven leadership, which initially has no formal agenda, but eventually leads to a specific or important purpose or task. It is also means of influencing others through techniques of persuasion. The manner by which ideas are expressed is important when connecting to others. So yung open space technology, yan yung pagpupulong ng mga ka-group mo. Tapos meron kayong inimplemensyahang ibang tao. Tapos kinukonekta niyo yung bawat isa sa isa. Yung bawat sarili niyo dun sa isa't isa. Principles of open space technology. The first principle is whoever comes are the right people. Yun naman yung halimbawa yung may nang bully doon sa participant ng agenda nyo. As long as okay lang doon sa participant na nabully, walang masama doon. The second principle is whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. Ito naman yung kunyari merong nangelam or nang hijack dun sa conversation na meron kayo as a group. Tas inangkin niya ng kanya lang. As long as nag-stay yung mga tao dun, okay lang din yun. The third principle is whenever it start is the right time. Ito naman yung kunyari may sumali dun sa conversation nyo. Tapos nag-demand siya na manghingi ng coffee. Pero polite naman yung pagkakasabi niya. Okay lang din na mangyari yun. The last principle is, when it's over, it is over. Ito naman yung ibang tao na minanage tas kinip yung discussion na meron kayo na nandoon. Tas overtime na kayo. Tas yung mga ka-group mo nandoon pa rin, nag-stay pa rin, nakikinig pa rin. As long as okay lang dun sa mga tao na yun.
The law of 2 feet. So, the law of 2 feet was made or invented by Harrison Owen and his friend. The law came from the idea of open space. a meeting format that used to drive the leadership of each individual. According to Harrison Owen, the law of 2 feet is always active, means the law can be used anywhere, not only at open space meeting. The law says that when you find yourself neither learning nor contributing, use your 2 feet and go some more productive place. This means that in every situation, you have freedom to decide to leave a situation or place, using your 2 feet and go to the place that you think or feel that you can contribute nor gain more knowledge. The law of 2 feet is usually characterized as bumblebees and butterflies. Bumblebees because the law of 2 feet build or create a group of people who shares ideas to its group discussion and share it also to another group. Butterflies because this attracts other people or group to a new ideas and discussion.
Good morning, everyone. Our topic for today is about developing a Filipino identity, values, traits, community, and institutional factors to be discussed by
Lourdel Alviso, Ed Christine Santos, and Patricia Jane Versosa.
the shared sense of identity and consciousness of the other is known as pakikipagkapwa-tao. So what is pakikipagkapwa-tao?
Where pakikipagkapwa-tao is more like humanity kung saan pinakitaan ka ng maayos ng tao. Pag ginawan ka ng tama o mabuti, gawan mo din ng tama. Pero, regardless, pag ginawan ka ng mali o masama ng isang tao, pakitaan mo pa rin ng tama because that what make us respectable.
Filipino families place a high value of family orientation. When Filipino parents become elder and unable to care for themselves, their children rarely bring them facilities such as homes for the aged. They are supposed to be look after their elderly relatives. Unlike in Western countries, Filipinos are not expected to leave their parents' home when they are turned 18. So, the family orientation refers to the family in which a person is raised. Although this generally includes one's parents and siblings, it may also include grandparents or other relatives. Like, kung paano natin ito i-take care ang family natin and also how to love them. Example, sa ibang bansa, kung matanda na yung parents mo tapos busy kang person, they prefer na magbayad na lang sila ng mag-aalaga dito. Unlike here in the Philippines na kinalakihan natin na pag matanda na yung magulang natin is obligation nating mga anak na alagaan sila pag matanda na sila at kultura na rin natin to na tayo mag-alaga sa kanila pag matanda na sila hanggang sa pagtanda din natin.
Filipinos are known for their ability to find joy and humor in unexpected places. Despite adversity and hardship and natural disasters, floods, and other situations, Filipinos are being optimistic and still be hopeful. It is like a kid who sleeps and laughs at himself to hide humiliation, which can be a coping mechanism. So sabi dito, tayo raw ng mga Pilipino ay masiyahin sa lahat ng bagay, anytime, anywhere. Despite sa lahat na nangyayari sa surrounding natin, mapabagyo, landslide, o kahit crisis pa yan, we tend to be positive. And we tend to be hopeful, like kahit anong mangyari, kahit ano pang dumating na problema sa atin, lalaban tayo, malalagpasan natin to. May pag-asa pa tayo. Tulad na nga lang na kapag nataba ang bata, instead of crying, he laughs at himself. Why? Because kapag umiyak siya, iiyak din ba yun makakita sa kanya? No. So, instead of crying, tatawa na lang siya. Kaya kapag may nakakita mo sa kanya, tatawa rin yung nakakita sa kanya. So, kumbaga, instead na humiliate siya sa sarili niya, hindi. Diba? It could be his escape sa humiliation. So, that's what makes us a Filipino, diba? So, next trait of a Filipino is using the po and opo, which is in most places in the Philippines considered it as a sign of respect. So, nakalakihan na natin na kapag kakausap tayo na mas matanda sa atin ay dapat tayo magpo at opo bilang pagtanaw ng respeto sa kanila. However, habang lumalaki tayo, hindi na lamang mga elderly yung sinasabihan natin ng ganito. Na even ka-age natin is sinasabihan natin ng po at opo kasi we are showing our respect to them. However, some elderly ngayon, nowadays, is kapag hindi mo sila sinabihan ng po at opo, na-offend na sila. Sinasabihan nila tayo na wala ka ng respeto, ganun. Pero, in my perception, hindi lang naman basihan ang po at opo sa pagtanaw ng respeto. Kasi, in a sentence, intonation also matters. Kasi, di ba, kapag ang intonation mo naman is mahinahon, and then, po and opo is no longer necessary. Pero kapag ang intonation mo naman is medyo iba or mali, edi doon natin titignan kung nakakabastos ba yung sinasabi ng tao or ng bata. Diba? Bago natin siya ito sabihan ng kung ano-ano.
Filipinos are also known for their adaptability, creativity, and flexibility, according to studies. Discarte is another name for it. Standard laws or procedure irritate them because they'll operate on a natural clock or organic sense of time, doing something when it feels right. Filipinos are able to adapt. We are creative and flexible. Kahit saan tayo pumunta, kaya natin mag-adapt ng mga pamahiin nila. For example, bawal magsuyod, bawal magwalis sa gabi. Kaya natin irespeto yung pamahiin na meron sila. We are creative kahit anong bagay na di natin napapakinabangan, nagagawa natin ang paraan o diskarte. Third, we are flexible because we can adapt and change in any aspects of our life. Diskarte is more like voluntary. Sarili mong diskarte para magawa mo ng maayos yung isang bagay na hindi sa'yo inuutusan ng ibang tao o kusa mong ginagawa.
Filipinos have learned to be resilient and have developed a strong survival instinct. Filipinos have determined and persistent in achieving whatever goals they set their minds to. They are hardworking, industrious, and resourceful. According to Merriam-Webster, resilient is tending to recover from or adjust easy to misfortune or change. Meaning, ang mga Filipino daw ay matatag at nade-develop sila ng strong survival instinct. Example, kumbaga natanggal sila sa trabaho, ano ang best solution mo para makasurvive? So, need mo gumawa ng paraan para makasurvive. And also, ang mga Pilipino ay determinado at matyaga sa kung anong gusto nilang gawin sa buhay. We are known as hardworking, industrious, and resourceful. Tayo ay kumbaga gaano kahirap ang trabaho, need natin itong trabahuin kahit na nahihirapan na tayo ng sobra. On the other hand, Filipino known as being hospitable and welcoming sa bisita. Example, pumunta ka sa kaibigan mo kasi in-invite ka niya sa bahay nila. Tapos, trinato ka niya ng maayos, pinakain ka niya. Where bayanihan or the spirit of cooperation, also called as damayan, na kung saan nag-extend ka ng tulong sa iba na hindi ka nag-expect ng kapalit.
Filipinos are characterized as having onion skin or balat sibuyas, which means they are easily affected by minor insults. Filipinos are most quiet, sensitive because masabihan ka lang na maitim ka, syempre may insulto ka kahit totoo naman. We Filipinos should normalize accepting ourselves first, that other people will not hurt you by those insults.
Being conservative women are usually advised not to wear shorts in public, smoke, drink, and alcohol, or even cross their legs. So, kinalakihan na rin natin na kapag babae ka, hindi ka pwede magsuot ng short or damit na maikli kasi mababastos ka. And also, di ka rin pwede mag-smoke and drink ng alcohol kasi parang addict ka sa tingin ng maraming tao. Na dapat nating eradicate ang toxic rate ng mga yon. Instead, equality is most be reign in our country.
Okay, so lastly, correcting another person in public or being corrected is not considered acceptable behavior for Filipino, for it may cause a person to lose face. So let me ask you, will you allow yourself being tolerated sa isang bagay na mali ka or being corrected right away? Just for example, nasa isang event ka, tapos may isang bagay ka na pinagmamayabang na hindi ka naman sigurado kung totoo ba yung alam mo o hindi. Tapos may mga kasama ka na lahat sila alam yung pinagsasabi mo. And you are being proud sa sinishare mo. Not knowing you na pinagtatawanan ka na pala nila deep inside kasi nga mali ka eh. 'Di ba? So, will you allow yourself to feel that way? 'Di ba hindi naman? So for me, being corrected is not actually to be ashamed of. Being corrected is actually a motivation of you na you need to learn more, you need to study more, you need to explore more. Para 'di ba, next time na mag-share ka or magto-talk ka is knowledgeable ka na sa kung anong sinasabi mo at sure ka na. Diba? Ganun lang yun eh. So, being corrected should be normalized and we should accept it wholeheartedly. So, before we end our discussion, let's now go back to the 3 main traits that underlie the Filipino values. Number 1 is pakikipagkapwa-tao or smooth interpersonal relationship. Number 2 is being family-oriented. And number 3 is being mapagmahal or loving and caring. These traits greatly influence Filipino behavior and decision-making. Why? Bakit nga ba ito nakakapag-impluensya sa behavior natin? Kasi kapag itong tatlong to, in-input natin sa life natin, we are able to see how will I act, how will I behave in this specific situation, considering me being family-oriented, considering me being mapagmahal, considering me having pakikipagkapwa-tao, diba? And how about decision-making? Paano nga ba ito na-influensyahan? Kasi, just what like I said, kapag pinagsama-sama po itong tatlong to, madedetermine mo kung paano mo didesisyonan ng isang bagay based kung paano ka bilang Filipino, kung paano ka bilang isang anak, bilang sa sarili mo, at bilang isang kaibigan or citizen, 'di ba? So, ganun lang kadali yun eh. Kasi kapag in-input mo tong tatlong to, you will be able to determine a specific decision nor behavior based on how you love, based on how you protect your family, based on how you deal with other people.